At Santa Fe South Elementary, hundreds are gathered for El Camino del Immigrante, which is Spanish for the way of the immigrant. This event is hosted by several churches and is a prayer walk throughout the community here in Oklahoma City to recognize the issues going on with immigrants and refugees.
From different ethnicities and different backgrounds, attendees gathered at the school for one purpose: to advocate for immigrants and their plight. The event was organized by El Camino OKC, a group initiated by local church leaders after seeing a unity walk for immigration in California.
We love immigrants in Oklahoma City.
The day started with testimonies and encouragement from speakers who distinguished this was not a protest or rally, but a walk of solidarity. In small groups, walkers left the school, making their way through the largely Hispanic neighborhoods of southwest Oklahoma City. Several came to support immigrants and refugees, but for many, it was more personal.
As an immigrant myself, I just want to show other immigrants that haven't been maybe as fortunate as I have been, that I'm with them and that I'm praying for them and that Oklahoma City is a place for them.
Janeth was born in the U.S., the daughter of Mexican immigrants. Walking alongside her mother, she told the story of her family's successful transition to the States, but admitted they faced obstacles, a threat of rejection and deportation that she says many are still facing.
There's just so much fear that I feel like really stumps immigrant families from really reaching their potential.
A fear that Huda, whose family were refugees from Iraq, knew all too well.
I feel like immigrants and refugees are being targeted for finding a safe haven here in America. And in a way now we don't feel safe anymore. And I think that that's horrible. I think that it's not a good thing. And anything that we could to do to kind of stop that from occurring, I would be a part of, definitely.
El Camino del Immigrante was more than just a walk. It was a time of education and reflection. Volunteers were stationed along the path with several prayer stations. Each stop highlighted struggles within the immigrant and refugee communities while encouraging participants to pause and pray. Organizers estimated the crowd to have around 25 congregations in attendance, with overall participation reaching nearly 500. From southwest Oklahoma City, the route weaved throughout downtown, ending after 6 miles at Frontline Church. There, attendees were treated to a meal, and the event concluded with a round of speeches. But for Chris Brewster, one of the event's organizers, the work has just begun.
I think that considering signing the evangelical immigration table sort of statement of purpose is important because it is a consolidation of people of like mind and heart applying the right kind of pressure on our elected officials to see immigration reform.
The Evangelical Immigration Table is a national faith-based organization dedicated to seeing immigration reform. Arleta Harris, who works with the organization, said embracing immigrants isn't a new concept, but one found deeply rooted in the Christian faith.
Jesus was an immigrant, Moses was an immigrant, Abraham was an immigrant. All the way through the Bible, people went from one country to another and were allowed to cross the borders. So it's a biblical heritage, and we as Christians feel strongly about that.
A sentiment that many immigrants share. As they pray, they may walk to a brighter future.
Jesus was love and peace and compassion. So something that we should live by, I think.
Event organizers encourage anyone interested in updates or future events to get connected on their Facebook page at El Camino OKC. Reporting downtown, Stephen Draper.